Morning, students. I am Anuj Jaiswal, your biology teacher, and I am here to discuss with you our next biology chapter, improvement of food resources. To understand this topic, let us understand what is the meaning of agriculture. Agriculture, in simple words, you can say raising of crops and animals scientifically to fulfill our food requirement is known as agriculture. Children, as we know, our India is a agriculture based country and most of the people are engaged in agriculture. But there is a problem in our agriculture. We have a limited agricultural land, but our population is increasing day by day. So meet our requirement for our food, we must find such techniques so that we can increase our crop production so that we can fulfill our requirement, we can fulfill our food or animal food requirements. So in this chapter, we will discuss how you can improve the food resources. Now, starting with your first topic, what is the types of crops and what are the different crops and what type of food sources you can getting from this. First of all, carbohydrates. Carbohydrates we are getting from cereals, wheat, rice, maize, millets or sorghum. And second one, proteins. Proteins mostly we are getting from pulses like gram, commonly called chana, pea, commonly called matar, black gram, commonly called urad, green gram, commonly called moong, pigeon pea, and fat we are getting from oil seeds, soya bean, groundnut, sesame, castor, mustard, linseed, and sunflower. Now, some of the vitamin and mineral sources are vegetable, spices, and most of the fruits. Fodder crops. Fodder crop means the food which should be given to our animals or cattle so that they can give better milk is barcine, oats, and Sudan grass. Now, to increase the production, our crops must exposed to more and more sunlight, and this sunlight is called photoperiod. It is the time period for which the plants are exposed to sunlight. It is called photoperiod. And different crops require different climatic condition, different temperature, different photoperiod for their growth and completion of life cycle. Now, on the basis of the seasons, our crops are divided into two main types. One is Kharif crops and Rabi crops. These two types of crops you have already learnt in class 8. But in this class also, you have to learn the definition of the Kharif crops. Kharif crops, commonly called are rainy season crops, which are sown in June and harvested in October. And the crops grown in this season are called Kharif crop. Examples are paddy, means rice, soya bean, pigeon pea, maize, cotton, green gram, black gram are the Kharif crops. Now, second one, it is Rabi crops. It is also known as winter season crops. It is sown in November and harvested in April, and it is also known as Rabi crops, and the crops grown in this season is called Rabi crops. Examples are wheat, gram, peas, mustard, linseed are the Rabi crops. Now, how can you improve our crop production? To increase the crop production, there are three main methods. One is crop variety improvement, second is crop production improvement, and third one is crop protection management. Crop variety improvement includes all the methods so that you can increase the variety or improve the variety of the plant so that it can give a better yield. Second one is crop production management. These are the different methods which are followed by the farmers so that better nutrients are given to the plants so that it can increase its production. And third one is crop production management. After harvesting, how crops are stored and how crops can be protected from the pests, rodents, etc. Now, starting with crop variety improvement. This approach depends on finding a crop variety that can give good yield. That means better variety can be made before sowing. The crops are bred for various useful characteristics such as disease resistance so that the plants may not get disease. Second one, response to fertilizers so that the plants can, whenever they are applied with fertilizer, they get more and more nutrients and get better yield. Third is product quality so that the quality of the product is good and high yield and the production is also high. Now, what are the various methods so that you can increase the variety? First one is hybridization. It refers to the crossing between genetically dissimilar plants. Like hybridization means crossing of the two different species. For example, intervarietal, that means crossing between the two different varieties. Second one is interspecific. It is the crossing between the two different species of the same genus or same groups. And third one is intergeneric. It means the crossing between the two genres. The whole meaning of this hybridization to improve the variety and to get the desired characters of the different plants in the same variety. And now the second method, how can you improve the variety, is genetical modification. In this method, you have to incorporate a certain type of genes which can carry desired characteristics. And by incorporating these type of genes, the organism, now it is called genetically modified organism or genetically modified crops. Now, what are the factors on which our variety improvement program depends on? First one is higher yield. We want to improve our variety so that we can get more and more production of the crop per acre. Suppose we are getting 10 quintals of wheat in a certain area. We want to improve our this production so that instead of 10 quintal we can get at least 20 quintals so that we can increase our income. Second one is improved quality so that we can get better quality of the product. Like, for example, protein quality in the pulses, oil quality in the oil seeds like linseed or mustard oil. Third one, to biotic and abiotic resistance. In this, plants can be made resistance to these type of uh, animals or the climatic condition. Crop production can go down due to the biotic like diseases, insects, nematodes, and abiotic factors like drought, salinity, waterlogging, heat, cold, and frosts. These stresses under different situations so that the plants can face all these conditions. Third one is change in maturity condition. Maturity condition means it is the duration in which the plant mature and ready to give the product. Shorter the duration, more is the economical is the variety. And fourth one, sorry, it is wider adaptability. Wider adaptability means so that plant can adjust itself according to the changing environmental condition. And last one is desirable agronomic characteristics. It means tallness and profuse branching for the fodder crops. More tall and more branching is there in the fodder crops, more food is available to the cattle. On the other hand, for the cereal crops, dwarfness is desired in the cereals.